Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
We're having technical difficulties. We are very aware of them right now. We had 3 minutes to get on, and as he was just rolling the beginning, okay, there's no sound yet.
Wow.
Okay.
The troubles continue.
I was trying to type you back, and then I started typing in the Facebook chat when I was trying to check Facebook.
You guys hear us and see us? Everybody on Facebook and anybody in YouTube and who gives a shit about Twitch? That's the least of my worries right now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, technical problems. Lori says, yeah, we see and hear you. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right.
Cool. Well, that's all I got for tonight. I'm out of here.
And we will not have a show on Sunday, so see you back next Wednesday.
Oh, man. You know, they make computers to make everything easy. Why do they fuck up when you need them the most? If I just wanted to like hang out, watch porn, it would work fine. It would work great.
Even with all the pop-ups and all the malware and all the garbage
and everything, it would work fine. But when I actually need it to do something, oh no, it's gonna act just totally,
God,
I was telling Jamie earlier, I almost ripped my computer off the desk and threw it out the window. It was to that point. No sound, no mixer, wasn't identifying anything. Kept wanting to update, even though I say no, it would still try to update. It was like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to update. No. So who knows? It's probably going to do it in the middle of the show. So if I disappear, you'll know why, and probably won't be back next week because I'll have wailed this thing against the floor as hard as I can.
And then took it out back and pull.
Yeah, exactly. I got a shotgun sitting right over there that's fully loaded and ready for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Just what my blood pressure doesn't need. Computer issues. Why do I get so worked up over things? I don't know. Just,
It's that last minute, like.
Yeah. And I was trying to get here early because, we needed to check out the sound and make sure your sound issues were working. Made a conscious effort to get here early. No, that didn't happen because my computer was just acting like a total
Aw.
hee-haw.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you made the conscious effort. That means everything.
Didn't
We'll
happen.
get that figured out. Oh, hey, we're still running. I got the phone again. I've got one thing to chat on YouTube. I can chat to Facebook here. Still in pieces, but
Yep.
we're running.
Yep. Last few shows been quite taxing on my nerves.
We can still blame it on Mercury, I think.
Fucking Mercury. What an asshole.
Stick it up Uranus, Mercury.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. So, I'm just going to start off my news articles with
Something light and fun.
yeah, I think everything I have is kind of, I didn't really come up with that good articles. There's a couple in here.
Either did I, because it's all, you know what,
Yeah.
for like the past week.
But Queen's Brian May photographs a crop circle. Woohoo!
You mean Brian May from Queen?
Yep. The legendary
Wow.
guitarist who has a PhD in astrophysics recently spotted some odd in a field in the UK. These days, crop circles tend to be regarded more of works of art than evidence of alien visitors. However, the phenomena still remains to generate interest whenever a new design shows up. Most recently, Queen guitarist and astrophysicist Brian May,
I didn't know.
yeah, didn't know he was an astrophysicist.
Mm-mm.
He's one of those badass guitar players that can play the shit out of the guitar and is actually smart and has a good paying other job. Brian May sparked some debate on Instagram after he managed to capture a photograph of an intriguing formulation in a field near Marlborough, England. The pattern is quite intricate, sporting an octagonal outer frame and a saw blade shaped interior. Notice anything unusual here in the English countryside, he wrote. I've never spotted a crop circle myself before, so probably always a bit skeptical about them. But yesterday, flying back from our production rehearsal space, flying over a location not far from Marlborough, there was this. And you can actually go to his Instagram page and check it out there too. He's got several pictures on there. But I think I might have, I got another one here. It doesn't just show him with his hard hat on. Astrophysicing, it actually shows the crop circle that he took a picture of, which is right there. And pretty trippy.
Yeah.
These round ones are like, whatever, but this one over here with a saw blade in it is pretty. I don't know, somebody just out there making these.
Let me see. See, I see some stuff in the grass that looks like where wheels could have still rolled around, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad we couldn't have got a drone image of that.
Yeah.
And so what, they outlined them trees and did something the other thing, then like did the saw blade circle?
I guess. I don't know. I could see the round ones actually already being there for some reason, maybe, but who knows? But yeah, the saw blade, that's not normal.
No.
It's a pretty cool looking saw blade. Wolfie says tonight they're legal to buy weed in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Holy crap.
Me too.
Janice's cat chewed through the charging cord of her laptop. $100 to replace it. Great googly moogly.
Well, at least the cat did not get zapped.
Yeah. My dog did when she was a puppy. She was under the desk gnawing on the power cord. And next thing you know, it was like,
Oh my God, my friend Frank stayed at our house with an ex, like way back when in my 20s. Brought his little dog. I'm sleeping. All of a sudden, my electric blanket goes boom, pop.
shit.
Dog. Like, what the hell happened? Dog chewed through the electric cord blanket, came in the room, chewed the blanket, dog got a pretty good little jolt to it. He was fine. It was one of them tiny little dogs, too. I'm like, I think he was just trying to commit Harry Carey.
Really?
Tiffany says,
nude pictures of outer space. Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet, but I'll definitely look for it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. The aliens are probably just up there shaking their heads going, God. Yeah, see that planet down there? That's the one you stay away from. That's where all the stupid people live. That's the reject planet. That's us.
Yeah, we were just totally the experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm kind of caught up with my hellos and such. Let's see, what am I starting with? Oh, this is kind of, I got a feel good, cute one that I thought I would put in first in here, before we get real freaky. No, we're not going to get all that freaky tonight.
Who knows?
This dog broke into a Tennessee couple's house and then snuggled her way into their bed. Julie and Jimmy Johnson are no strangers to dogs. They have 3 of their own that regularly sleep in the bed with them in their home in Tennessee. But recently, the couple woke up to find a large tan dog sandwiched between them that was not their own. You could see light coming into our curtains in our bedroom, and I feel my husband not just roll over, but kind of startled, like almost a jump roll. And it woke me up, she said. In a quiet but stern voice, he said, Julie, whose dog is this? Julie was immediately confused, thinking it was, of course, either Hollis, Jupiter, or Zeppelin, one of their 3 dogs. But then she rolled over, locked eyes with Jimmy, only to find an unknown dog in bed with them. My husband just went to kind of pull up the blankets a little, almost like they're going to protect him. And at one point, the guy pulls the blankets up. And then at that point, the dog got even further up on our pillows and snuggled in and was just 100% content being there, she said. It didn't take much time to realize the dog was not a threat, but instead a cuddle bug, and maybe just a bit of a bed hog as it pushed the Johnsons to both sides of their king bed. So they stayed in bed with it. After taking a look at the dog and realizing it must have had owners who took care of it, Julie said she started taking some selfies of the bizarre and funny situation. She then posted a few photos to Facebook, and what she said was the weirdest post I've ever had to make, and asked if anybody recognized the dog. Didn't take long before she received a message from a person saying they were the dog's owner. Turned out the dog, whose name is Nala, had slipped out of her collar while on a walk and ran into the woods the previous day, ahead of a large thunderstorm in the area. After a quick photo verification, one of Nala's moms was on the way to get her. Our overly friendly pup, Nala, has hit an all-time record for ignoring personal space. and added yet another trick to her long list of Houdini acts. Chris, one of the owners, wrote. So they're like joking about it, not even mad about it. In the end, there were no hard feelings, and the owners have since had a play date with all 4 dogs, cementing the fact that they are strangers no more. The only mystery that remains is exactly how Nala got into the house without any of the other dogs barking.
Yeah,
The
really.
working theory, Julie said, is that a door was left open or not closed entirely. And then Nala, who's terrified of thunder, saw the porch light and found her way inside the storm. Yeah, it still doesn't say why the other dogs bark. But yeah, so think about that. You wake up and there's a dog in your bed,
Strange.
like an actual 4-legged dog.
Whose dog is this?
Julie, that's like Jeff. Like, no, I would hide cats. I would hide cats. And say, Sandy, just stay under the bed. Stay under the bed. Then a couple days later, Jeff, Jamie, where'd this cat come from?
Where's this cat? This is
Yeah, because she would climb right up on him and like stare at him. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Zach says it reminds him of the random dog walked into a cigar lounge, came up to him, snuggled up with him on the couch. It's funny you said that, Zach, because I had my old boss just texted me a picture just yesterday or day before yesterday. He's like, "Hey, remember this kid?" Where I worked at for 10 years, it was a kite shop out on the beach here in St. Augustine. And we had like a big screen TV and a couch and some other stuff in part of the store, kind of like the hangout area. And I'm in there working, and this kid just walks in one day and he's like, "Hey, can I watch the videos?" I'm like, "Sure." So he became the sleepy kid. He just would show up like out of nowhere and just come in the store and crash out on the couch. And my boss texted me the other day. He's like, "Hey, remember this kid?" And here's Sleepy Kid. He would just come in the store and just go to sleep on the couch. And one day I was like, "Dude, do you have parents?" And he was like, "Yeah, but they both work and there's nobody home. So that's why I come over here and just hang out." It's like, "Oh,
That's
okay, cool."
that's the actual kid.
Yeah, that's the actual kid. He reminds me of Chunk off of what was it? What was that show? Hey, you guys.
Yeah, Goonie.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, but he would just show up and like he just walked in one day and just sat on the couch, and next thing I know, I look over and he's like sacked out. I'm like, okay, we got a stray kid here.
Here's his little book and his little nap.
I was like, I wonder what he's up to, and he's like, he's probably like 30 by now. Who knows what he's doing?
He's like a literal dude on a couch.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping on somebody's couch.
Mm-hmm.
That or he's like a millionaire now or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on the millionaire.
Probably, yeah. Let's see.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, my parents are at work and there's nobody at home, so
that's kind of sad.
Hang out here." I'm like, okay, he's got a legit excuse. He, doesn't bother anything.
It's not loitering.
Just random kid on the couch, Just ignore the random kid sleeping on the couch. He does actually have a home somewhere, I think. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Oh, this one says scientists succeed in growing plants from dirt from the moon, basically soil from the moon. And it's kind of quite of a long article, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll just read part of it so you get the gist of it. The moon may seem to be desolate, a dead place, but that doesn't mean that things can't grow in its soil under the right conditions. What do you need to make your garden grow? As well as plenty of sunshine, alternating with gentle showers of rain and busy bees and butterflies to pollinate the plants. You need good, rich soil to provide essential minerals. But imagine you had no rich soil or showers of rain or bees or butterflies, and the sunshine was either too harsh or direct or absent, causing freezing temperatures. Could plants grow in such an environment? And if so, which ones? That's the question for the colonists on the moon and Mars who have to tackle if or when human exploration of our planetary neighbors goes. Now, a new study published in Communications Biology has started to provide answers. The researchers behind the study cultivated the fast growing plant, yeah, Arabidopsis thaliana. Okay, I'm going to go with that. And samples of lunar regolith soil, lunar soil. That one I just say dirt. Brought back from 3 different places on the moon by the Apollo astronauts. So they're successfully growing these plants. They're probably not much of a plant, but they are, by definition, a plant. And they are growing them in soil from the moon. I don't know exactly under what circumstances they're providing, but I guess it is possible to grow plants on the moon, maybe, or Mars. If they're talking about Elon's talking about sending people to Mars, they'll probably never come back. It'd be
Well,
good.
that's what they're getting all this stuff ready for.
Yeah, be good to know if they could grow something, on Mars. Maybe the plants will be like those veggie sticks where they're already cooked and you can just eat them. They don't really have a taste.
And they're already just now telling, us about this, but they've already been sending like tons of stuff up there to do different experiments like that.
Yeah.
I read something earlier today. I think I posted it where like a salt crystal or something had liquid in it, and they were saying like salt, the water inside of it could somehow create life. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing yet.
Zach says we could grow wheat on the moon, it'd be out of this world.
Yeah.
But then again, the moon's hollow and it's just a soul collector, so
Pretty much.
The moon is a strange place for sure.
So this one, we get missing people out here all the time and everything. The only reason I'm reading about her being found is because the situation in which she was lost was really, really weird. So police find a missing California woman's home undisturbed for years. Latest, May 13. Lisa, the missing 59-year-old woman whose home in the small central town of Santa Margarita was seemingly left untouched for years, was found. San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's officials confirmed Thursday that Lavino was, in fact, residing in the Sacramento area. The friend who reported her missing told authorities she may have moved to Sac or Washington State, but had not been able to find her in Sacramento until the other day. Sheriff's detectives were able to confirm with law enforcement in the Sac area that she'd been safely located. May 12, San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's responded to a missing persons report. It doesn't say the year. Encountered a strange scene. Her home was apparently untouched. So this is like what started it all. Her home was apparently untouched for a number of years, with her vehicle still parked out front. On April 26, deputies were dispatched to check it out. A friend hadn't heard from her in 5 years and dropped by her home, became concerned when it appeared the woman had up and vanished. Deputies were perplexed to find her truck parked in the driveway. Her belongings were inside the residence. They were undisturbed. the friend told authorities she may have moved, but they couldn't find her. So it says, according to the sheriff's office, the Sac Police Department last made contact with her in 2019. Did not explain why police contacted her 3 years ago. But yeah, just crazy situation. People thought she was missing, didn't know what happened to her. And luckily, she was found safe and sound.
Hmm.
So we know how those things usually turn out.
Did she say if she wanted to be found?
No, they didn't say much about it.
Hmm.
And I'm wondering, like, was her like electricity still on? Was she paying the mortgage? Like, was the house? I have a lot of questions, but
Yeah. I mean, if you just walk out of your house, it just doesn't keep going by itself.
mm-hmm.
Things stop. Things get overgrown, overrun. Strange.
But glad that strange situation had a good ending.
Well, this is totally jumping ship, but this was I like these kind of articles because I always think what things used to be like here thousands and thousands of years ago. And Dragon of Death was discovered in Argentina. A pterosaur. Sounds like something you get that's hard to get rid of. Well, I suppose a 30-foot giant bird would be hard to get rid of. A new type of flying reptile from the age of the dinosaurs has been unearthed in the Andes Mountains, dating back 86 million years ago. The new species, which was discovered in Argentina's western Mendoza province, was undeniably massive, measuring up to 30 foot in length. Can you imagine a 30-foot bird like flying over your head? It was just like it can pick up like a group of people, not just one. Name what's that?
Talons on that thing.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. Named Thanatos Draken Amaru, or Dragon of Death. It's a damn death dragon. The prehistoric behemoth does not belong to any previously known genus. We don't have a current record of any close relative that has a body modification similar to these beasts, said project leader Leonardo Ortiz, describing the find as the largest pterosaur that crossed the Cretaceous skies of South America discovered so far. The researchers noted that its discovery would expand the knowledge about the anatomy of this diverse group of pterosaurs. Suffice to say, the Dragon of Death would have been a truly terrifying sight to behold. That amazes me. That creature is just literally badass. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near it, but yeah, dinosaurs were pretty wild in their own. But imagine, I mean, this is like the closest thing to a dragon, like
And it almost has like a vulture type head.
yeah.
What's that other thing coming down from its neck? Like another pokey thing?
Yeah, that's the tip of its wing.
Oh, I see. I'm trying
But
to look
yeah,
on my phone.
I mean, I always look at like ostriches and I'm like, holy shit, if those things could fly, that would be pretty terrifying. But yeah, this is like, bigger than an ostrich.
Tommy says if they pooped on the car.
Yeah, dude, it would be like it would take
Probably leave a dent.
yeah. A 30-foot tall prehistoric bird. Exactly. You imagine the ribs on that thing. Imagine the breasts on that thing.
Yeah, it is aerodynamic. Christina mentions the pointy butt. So it's all aerodynamic like a jet.
Yeah. Would be pretty cool though.
Would.
Didn't see
Since
that one in whatever that movie was with Jeff Goldblum.
no, Jurassic Park.
There you go. I was brain farting it.
So, we talk about how people are getting just like either angrier or crazier or whatever's happening. And a lot of it is revolving around like fast food lines, at the drive-through.
Remember last week I did that thing, read that card, and the most people that get killed are fast food workers.
Well, this guy, and I didn't put his video on because it's basically him sitting in the car ranting about what I'm about to read, but a McDonald's customer blocks the drive-through for 2 hours over McMuffin Row. I don't know what McMuffin Row is. A McDonald's customer sparked a 2-hour standoff after blocking a drive-through amid a row over sausage and egg McMuffins. Is like a row over like another country's word for something? Like an argument or a fight? Stuart Yates, 55, refused to move his vehicle from the drive-through window after he said staff asked him to wait in the car park for his 2 double sausage and egg McMuffins at a McDonald's in Leyland, Lancashire on Sunday morning. The standoff only ended 2 hours later after police were called to the scene. Yates claimed he had complained on a previous visit to the drive-thru after being asked to wait 15 minutes for his food in the car park. He said on occasion he refused to wait in the car park. Yates added he was offered a refund by staff but wanted it put back on his credit card. He claimed an employee threw his money on his car roof and warned him to leave or she would call the police. After threatening to stay there all week if necessary, he blocked the drive-thru for 2 hours until police arrived. Yates said, I'm not moving. I'm well within my rights, asking for a refund to be put back onto my card. They eventually gave me a refund and tried passing me a long letter they had typed out, but I refused to accept it. I hadn't sworn. I hadn't done anything threatening. I hadn't broken any laws. Yates arrived at the restaurant about 9:30 a.m. and ordered the 2 sausage and egg McMuffins for his son and his friend. Other customers had to reverse out of the drive-thru as it was forced to close as he protested. A week ago, I got made to wait in the car park for over 15 minutes, he said. A lad spotted me and said, oh, it's him again, because last time I complained, they said, go and wait in the car park. I said, I'm not going anywhere till I get my food. A girl came out, threw my money. Oh, I said that one. About the car on the thing. He said, I'm not going anywhere till I've had my money put back on my card. It's not a big ask, surely. A staff member said we asked him to park. He wouldn't, so he just sat there. He only wanted a small order. It would have taken a minute. So, yeah. They said they like to thank their team for handling it. So this guy obviously has, for one thing, a lot of time on his hands, a lot of time to waste. And really, okay, that means they're making your food fresh. Honestly, if they want you to pull to the side, I know my hash brown is going to be crispy. All right, cool. I'll wait for a minute. I've been
you know what it reminds me of? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
How come my food doesn't look like the food in the picture? Yep.
And people recognize and they're like, Go wait for your food. God, he's like, I'll wait here all week if I have to. He probably would. It's like you want your money back that bad. You know you really wanted the egg McMuffin. Like, just wait for your food.
Yeah.
Chill out. Don't ruin everybody else's day because you're in a Randy in a row or whatever.
Francis.
Lighten up, Francis.
Yeah, some people. I don't know. You know, I've had my moments of insanity, especially this week. I've had quite a few. Could find myself in I don't go to McDonald's, but I was gonna say, you know, the only place I've gone is Chick-fil-A, but you can't get pissed off in their line because it moves so damn fast. And they're like, have a blessed day.
Oh, how can you get pissed at that?
I know.
Still never been to a Chick-fil-A.
They got it figured out. Don't know how, but they do.
I haven't had any fast food, I realized, in like coming up 3 years, except then the other day, my mom was craving for her Mother's Day. She wanted a big, fatty hamburger from one of her favorite places, so I went and got that for her. Some onion rings.
Yeah, I tried to get a hamburger, big, fat, greasy hamburger from Whataburger that night that I went to the concert a few weeks ago. But no, sat in the line for a good 20 minutes and it didn't move. And I was like, okay, I have lost my patience. We're out of here.
This was Ben's Burger, and I used DoorDash. So it only cost me like $4 to have them do it.
Yeah, that's cool. It was a strange one about a mysterious lake that inexplicably replenishes its fresh water without a source. Say what? Huh?
There's no natural spring.
They say there's not. A picturesque lake perched. Good God, they did this on purpose. A picturesque lake perched high atop a mountain in Ontario, Canada, has a mystery that has yet to be solved. Found 200 feet above Lake Ontario's Bay of Quint, the peculiar freshwater lake named Onokanogo by the Mohawks has been puzzling scientists and researchers for years. Despite the fact that there's no known source of water flowing to or from the lake, it somehow manages to provide a consistent supply of fresh water, a natural curiosity that seems to defy all geological norms and which, even to this day, has no definitive explanation. The Mohawks I cannot read today with rented lips. The Mohawks revered the lake with some of the earliest settlers believing that it might even descend into the very bowels of the earth. While this is certainly unlikely, scientists have long struggled to find the modern explanation for the phenomena, and despite numerous searches, no search for the fresh water has ever been found. Over the years, the mystery has helped to propel interest in the area, which is now a popular destination for hikers and for those looking to get away from it all for a few days. Whether the lake's mysteries will ever truly be solved, however, remains to be unseen. And even though there's a picture of the water coming out of a bottle there, I thought I had a picture of the lake, but it appears to have vanished. So no picture of the lake.
Strange.
That's all I have to say about that. Good God.
So this is from a couple weeks ago. I've just been bumping it. And I muted the article so we wouldn't get flagged for any voice bites. But what they were doing was using a mechanical arm to like pluck stuff in the ocean and like look around. So they were using some sort of robotic machinery. And while doing so, you start seeing them like going over the bedrock or the bottom of the ocean. It looks like bedrock, and they mention how it looks like, dried up pieces of ground. And then as they're going, they're like, it looks kind of like cobblestone or brick. And then they said kind of like a yellow brick road, and oohed and awed for a minute, and then went back to work. So Rob's got a video of them kind of exploring it. I cut off most of it except for just this little section. A team of marine biologists realized they definitely weren't in Kansas anymore after discovering what appeared to be a yellow brick road on top of an undersea mountain near Hawaii. The yellow brick road, a scientist mused in a YouTube video of the discovery. Others remarked that the rocks were reminiscent to very old fictional world. It's a road to Atlantis, one researcher said. The yellow rocks, divided from each other at neat 90-degree angles, form a narrow strip and look like they were carved and arranged by human hands. However, the seemingly paved roadway was simply the natural result of ancient volcanic activity thousands of feet below the water's surface, the researchers said in a description below the video. At the summit, the team spotted a dried lake bed formation where high energy eruptions and many rock fragments settle to the seabed. The remarkable brick-like divisions between the rocks are likely coincidental result of heating and cooling stresses from multiple volcanic eruptions over millions of years, the team added. The researchers took a detour down this eerie undersea road while piloting a remotely operated vehicle around the Marine National Monument. It's a protected area. One of the team's main goals is to collect geological samples from the area's seamounts, yada yada. I hadn't seen anything like this before. They talk about they had found some big ass mouthed fish that can unhinge its massive jaw to swallow prey larger than itself on one of their missions. So, yeah. Yellow brick road to Atlantis or leftovers from a volcano.
They're placed pretty neatly for to be anything organic,
Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, with like erosion and over time things moving, spreading apart, the currents and stuff doing things to it. And then it being Hawaii, I mean, it could have been land before and then just got covered with water.
Yeah, exactly.
At first, it reminded me like when we had a flood in Moss Beach, and then afterwards, like all the sludge and all the dirt, dried up and cracked like that. But it was in like kind of a mosaic type pattern,
Yeah.
but it didn't look like a brick walkway
Yeah.
or
I
a
mean,
cobblestone.
all these aren't, perfectly square rectangular, but I mean, they're, I don't know. They look like they were put there for sure.
Yeah. This was a little bit interesting.
Came across this one. where a rare 17th century book talks about aliens, basically. Oh, no, that can't be. We're the only intelligent life in the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Public,
Biggest, the best.
yeah. Published in 1698. I still say we're a planet of rejects. Published in 1698, this book offers a unique look into how people from the time perceived the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Discovered by books valuer Jim Spencer at an antique valuation event in Gloucestershire, England. The book was written by Christian Huygens and explains the possible existence of extraterrestrial entities, while posing the question of why God would have created other planets solely for us to look at. Its title, The Celestial World Discovered, or Conjectures Concerning the Inhabitants, Plants, and Production of the Worlds and the Planets, is certainly a mouthful. Many of the ideas and conclusions Huygens reaches in the book seem a bit strange by today's standards. However, they are consistent with the science of the time. He speculates that intelligent aliens must have hands like our own due to their convenience, and that they must also have human-like feet unless they have developed the ability to fly. He also suggests that these beings are likely to pursue many of the same sports and interests that we do, such as astronomy, sailing, listening to music, but that they are also likely to be afflicted with poverty, war, and other misfortune because it's what promotes invention and progress. The book, which is sold at auction, is expected to fetch up to $4,000. It's fascinating to think who turned these pages in 1698, what they must have felt when reading these descriptions of life on Jupiter or Saturn before gazing up at the night sky, said Spencer. So who knows, talking about it. This is a guy that wrote a book talking about it in the almost 1698, which was a long time ago. But what about the people that were drawing, pictures on cave walls of spaceships and stuff?
Chiseling, not just drawing, but chiseling.
Yeah. Did they just have hella good imaginations? Back in the day, they find something growing on a rock and they ate it and had these visions of intergalactic planetary, big-headed people with goggles and spaceships. Did they have a hell of imagination, or were they just, drawing what they saw, what came and interacted with them?
So I was going to say they saw it and they draw it.
Yeah. That's the theory I'm going with. Anybody
like, let's just screw with some people 100,000 years from now.
Yeah. Anybody been watching the new season of that ranch show? God, I'm having a brain fart. Something Ranch. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. What's the ranch? Somebody knows the answer. Skinwalker Ranch. I wanted to say Skinhead Ranch, but that would be a total different story. Skinhead Ranch. What the hell? Mustang Ranch. Yeah. Skinwalker Ranch. Anybody been watching that? The new series of that? It's pretty interesting.
I want to see that. Is that Netflix or what? I keep asking you, and then I keep not finding it.
Yeah, I don't know what it comes on. Does anybody know what channel that comes on? It's pretty, if you've never seen it, it's pretty good. Some of the things, Skinwalker Ranch, some of the things, I watch them do an experiment, and it's like, they don't especially in the first and second series, they'd start an experiment and then they'd get rushed and not finish it. And I'm like, wait a minute, slow the hell down, finish the damn experiment. Who cares if it takes an extra hour? It's not like you're on You know, you're not freaking Cinderella. You're not going to turn into a pumpkin at midnight. Just finish the damn thing. But this new season's pretty good for sure. And they, you know, that Skinwalker Ranch is definitely something weird going on there. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's weird.
Always been fascinated by that.
You know, that's, I mean, as far as somebody, a guest on a show, that's who I have on a show, is somebody that's been there and experienced some of the stuff that goes on there.
Mm-hmm. First count stories. So this had a video for it, but it wouldn't load. So we have a couple pictures. CCTV footage shows infamous black triangle UFO hovering above a home for an hour. And I don't know, like, if it would even open. I sent you the article if it opens, like, on your side or not, but you don't have to try to screw with it right now. Because I am curious to know how it was moving and what the video looks like. A triangular, and this is the Mirror. So, Daily Mirror, you can go look that up. Look up infamous black triangle UFO, and you can see it for yourself if you can get it open. A triangular shaped UFO has been caught on camera as it appears to hover over a housing estate for more than an hour. The silent, dark-colored flying object is said to be reminiscent of those reported by spotters across the world in the 1940s. The clip appears to show a dark object with lights along the bottom in a triangular shape and does not seem to be traveling at speed. The hour-long footage was repeatedly taken in Huddersfield, and a clip of it was shared on Skywatch Explorer's YouTube channel. I guess I could look that up. It's not clear exactly when the clip was filmed, but it was uploaded last week by UFO hunter Mick Proctor, who runs the channel. Mr. Proctor said he was given it by someone who wanted to remain anonymous, adding, he said it was on his CCTV camera for an hour, but could only send a 10-minute version as the file was too big. He didn't want to give the exact location of where he lives either. One of the channel's followers comments that the footage is incredible. He said, incredible footage, Mick. Thought it was a triangle, aka TR3B, but then at 1 minute, it appears to be a larger, more square-like craft. The Mirror reported earlier this year that the American government, yeah, we know about that. The move was, we don't care about that. So, yeah.
Oh, it may be open.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been sitting here. I'm going to try it and see
Okay.
if indeed it works.
Maybe mute it just in case so we don't get in trouble.
Well, it's playing, but nothing's moving.
Well, maybe it wasn't really. Is there like any light flickering, any trees moving? Or is it just dead still in the sky? Or is the video frozen?
No, I mean it's moving.
Playing.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if that's hanging outside your house for an hour, that would definitely be interesting. Definitely want to take some pictures of it.
Yeah. I wonder when it was actually recorded. There's just not enough information to this. I mean,
Yeah,
a guy gave it to him and everything, and I'm not saying it's like faked. It's just that didn't look like a doorbell camera, so maybe it was like outdoor surveillance.
yeah. Interesting for sure.
I'm glad you got that open.
Yeah, it sat there the whole time you were talking. It was like video loading, video loading, video loading. Well, can't go with. Seems like we can't go with a story without having a Florida man incident. And that would be a come on, computer. Come on, come on. That'd be this guy. This is Florida man for the week. Florida man arrested after stealing a crossbow by stuffing it down his trousers.
Hmm.
Really? Gonna say it again. What the hell's wrong with people? Every week I gotta say that. How come every time I'm in the department store, you in the department
I
store?
didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, did I ask you? No. Go away.
I'm not sure I understand.
Uh-huh. Of course you don't. Why are you spying on me? I'm not going to answer
Oh,
that.
she got quiet real fast.
Yeah, didn't she? Technology. Go away, Siri. Snooping biatch. A suspect. No, he ain't no suspect. They got him on video. He's past the suspect stage. This thief has been arrested there. That's what he is. Has been arrested for allegedly stealing. No, he didn't allegedly steal it. He stuffed it down his pants. Come on. You got pictures and video of him doing it. He's stealing a crossbow by stuffing it down his trousers in Florida. Darren Durant was shown on CCTV at the True Value store on February 2nd. Ace is the place for your helpful hardware store and stealing crossbows down your drawers. 46-year-old can be seen walking into the shop with a crutch before taking a pair of cutting tools and removing the security tag on a Raven Rio crossbow. He then can be seen shoving the weapon down the front of his trousers before walking out. Hey, is that a crossbow in your pants, or do you have an extremely large penis?
At least it wasn't razor blade arrows.
That's true. Some nice broadheads.
Some darts, yeah.
He could then be seen shoving the weapon down the front of his trousers before walking out. Amazingly, he made it out of the shop, but was arrested a few days later in the car park of a nearby store. An arrest warrant has been issued by Brevard County for Durant, who is currently in custody on unrelated burglary charges. So he was stealing some shit somewhere else, too. They got him for that, too. What a turd. I don't know. I'm just old school. Oh, you're stealing a crossbow. We caught you now. Guess what? We're going to shoot you with said crossbow right between the eyes. We're a hardware store. We got all that lye and everything else and stuff to dig a hole. So we'll go ahead and take care of the whole thing right here. Won't be stealing no more, will you? That's what, there's some other countries, you steal a loaf of bread, even though you could be starving, they'll cut your damn hand off. Here, He stuffs a crossbow down his pants and still manages to get out of the store with it. Nope, not my store. Not today, mother. Should have been loaded and aimed at his crotch. That should have shot himself in the ding ding. You're muted because I don't hear a word you're saying.
Take two.
Take two.
So as we've been talking about all the stuff going on with these driverless cars, a driverless car starts to pull away after being stopped by the police. This incident highlights legal challenges around road safety and autonomous vehicles, especially when there's no driver at the wheel. A video which has gone viral. Again, this is the Mirror. You can look this up if we can't get the video. It shows a driverless car start to pull away after being stopped by police, at least initially, raising questions if authorities can handle autonomous vehicles. The car, owned and operated by a company called Cruise in San Francisco, is based on a Chevy Bolt chassis, although the company plans to launch a completely original vehicle soon. After police pull over the car for potentially not having its lights on, the video shows an officer walking up to the car door, appearing to be surprised to discover it's got no driver, and then unsuccessfully attempting to open it. After failing, he begins to walk back to it. Was he going to ask it for his license and registration?
Really?
After failing, he begins to walk back to his car, but the Cruise vehicle, which is allowed to drive at night in the city, zooms off in what initially looks like a getaway attempt. However, the car quickly turns its hazard lights on and then pulls to a safer spot just down the street before stopping. In a statement on Twitter, the company said our AV yielded to the police vehicle, then pulled over to the nearest safe location for the traffic stop as intended. And then they talk more about what's going on with all these, what to do with these cars.
Yeah, like, what do? You know? I guess the company gets the ticket. Technically, I guess the company is driving it or telling it what to, it's programmed to drive. I don't know. There's nobody physically driving it. So, do we got anything else? Well, I got this. I think you sent me this one.
I think I got two left.
Do I have it? Where's it at? Okay, here we go. Good gravy. What's this badger doing by this tree? He's looking for gold cones, obviously, right? Well, maybe he is. The stupid article would come up. A hungry badger searching for food seems to have uncovered what turns out to be hundreds of Roman coins in a Spanish cave, according to a new study. Archaeologists first discovered several coins laying around the ground at the entrance of the small cave in the woodlands outside of Grado in northern Spain in April 2021. The researchers suspect that the coins were unearthed by the European badger from a nearby den after a heavy storm dumped several feet of snow on the ground, making it harder for the animals to find food. The hungry badger probably ventured into the cave looking for something to eat, and then it came across all this money instead. He had plenty of money to go to the drive-through and sit there for hours and try to get food. After fully excavating the cave, researchers collected 209 coins dating between the 3rd and the 5th century AD, according to Spanish news site El País. Further analysis revealed the coins, which were mostly made from copper and bronze, had been minted at various locations across the Roman Empire, including Constantinople, now Istanbul, Thessaloniki in Greece, and London. The team published their findings in December 2021 in the journal Notebooks of Prehistory and Archaeology of the Autonomous University of Madrid. To date, this is the largest treasure trove of Roman coins found in the cave in northern Spain. The researchers wrote in their paper. They described the discovery as an exceptional find. Thanks to the badger, in the late 1930s, a collection of 14 gold Roman coins known as Chapipi treasure. Is that your Chapipi treasure? Was also found in the same woodlands. The researchers believe that the local people may have buried their coins to keep them safe during a period of intense political instability in the region. The most recent coin in the newly discovered grotto collection dates to AD 430, which was after the Suebi, a group of people originally from modern-day Germany and Czech Republic, invaded and pushed the Romans out of Spain in AD 409. So anyways, a badger looking for food finds a pot of gold, well, a pot of copper and coins from way back in the day. Pretty cool. Badger was probably like, damn, can't eat these.
Yeah.
They're useless. The picture of that badger, he's just like, dude, you got some acorns or something. I'll trade you these prehistoric coins for them.
So I've got a creepy rag doll and then this ridiculous thing about Elon. I'm going to go with the creepy rag doll right quick. A teacher finds a creepy rag doll in her new home and a note saying it killed its last owners. So you know someone did this just to screw with the next homeowners.
Or did they?
When primary school teacher Jonathan Lewis started a do-it-yourself project in his new house, he was shocked to make a spine-chilling discovery like something out of a horror movie. Just days after picking up the keys, the 32-year-old decided to knock through a wall to solve a mystery over a loose wire before stumbling across a scene like something straight out of a horror movie. For hidden inside the wall was a creepy rag doll just sitting inside the void under the stairs. And in a shuddering development, Jonathan soon realized the unsettling doll was holding a note which terrifyingly described how she killed the previous owners for being too happy. The eerie incident happened soon after Jonathan moved into the property. His friends were freaked out when he told them about the creepy discovery and urged him to move out right away. He said, I kind of knew there was this void underneath the stairs that had been plasterboarded up. There was a wire coming out where the previous owners had the fridge, but I didn't know where the wire was plugged in. So I knocked through a bit of the plasterboard to see what was there. See, there's like other pictures though, like it shows like the notes and stuff on the. Did I just send you that, or did I send you the little? Um,
Yeah, there's another picture. Picture amongst pictures.
yeah, I thought it was like a collage. Um, a hole about the size of a fist shined a light in, and there was a doll just sitting there. He took a hammer to the wall to make the hole bigger and found the rag doll with yellow wool sitting on a tiny wicker chair wearing a Victorian style green stripy dress, bloomer's apron, and cap. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read the letter, but I think that's the one they pulled out of the wall. He opened it to find the blood-curdling note that read, "Dear reader, new homeowner, thank you for freeing me. My name is Emily. My original owners lived in this house in 1961. I didn't like them, so they had to go. All they did was sing and be merry. It was sickening. Stabbing was my choice of death for them. So I hope you have knives. Hope you sleep well." Jonathan, who moved in last September, took the whole thing in stride in spite of the ominous note and his friend's advice. He said, "I'll be honest, I found the whole thing hilarious. I'd probably do the exact same thing. The letter says 1961, but the estate agent said when she was showing me around, the kitchen was only done 4 or 5 years ago. I think it must have been put there then because the paper doesn't look very old." And that's what I think. And I have hidden, redoing houses and people's helping friends like when they're building their houses. We would hide little stuff up in the attics and put time capsules and things, just thinking one day, someone might come up here and find this.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little treasures all around still waiting to be discovered.
Wanna play?
And so then for the last one, we've got this is just funny to me. Elon Musk could block content with aliens if they use Twitter, expert warns. UFO expert Nick Pope has made this sensational claim after Elon Musk purchased Twitter, saying that if he blocks anonymous bots, then he could interfere with aliens trying to make contact. A UFO expert has warned that Musk could interfere with aliens trying to make first contact if he accesses anonymous bots from Twitter. Nick Pope, who used to work as a government advisor on the threat of UFOs, said the Tesla chief could muzzle Martians trying to send humanity messages via indirect means. Elon, who bought the social media platform for a mind-boggling another country money, has spoken of defeating spam bots and said he would make efforts to block them from Twitter. But Nick
Did he actually buy Twitter yet?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he's going to. I mean, that's like as of a couple of days ago. I didn't think maybe he was going to. But Nick believes these bots are just sort of tools that aliens could use to contact us. And by getting rid of them, Elon might block first contact. That sounds like you got other motives. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nick, Britain's top space said if Earth is being visited or monitored by aliens, they'll know the importance humans attach to the internet and social media. Well, then they'll know not to try to contact us through Twitter then, right? Because they'll just know they're being blocked and they can hit us up on many of the other ones.
I think they're plenty intelligent enough to, if they want to talk to us, they know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. And they can probably just wipe out whatever he does anyway, like just
Yeah.
readjust it. They are already paying close attention to Elon because he's such a key player in the space program. And so that he knows that, I guess, like he can say that matter of factly. So now that he's bought Twitter, they'll be looking at him more closely. They may even think he's Earth's supreme leader. After all, Twitter has such power, it even banned a former president of the United States. So, yeah. Then there were some other things on the slide on the collage where it showed like some tweets of Elon. If our Twitter bid succeeds, we'll defeat the spam bots or die trying.
I don't know, Elon. I think you're pulling him from the I don't know what.
Yeah.
Far fetches.
And I don't have astrology for tonight, so your call for the last half.
Oh, I got no idea. I'm just trying to get my computer to work here. It's jumping all over the place like a rodeo.
Like a rodeo.
Electronic rodeo going on my computer over here. What in the tarnation?
I'd say I'd do get everybody for card readings, but it's a mess for me to even try to get everybody's names written down because I don't have my comments coming through on everything, and I've got 5 spots I'm looking at right now. I could throw some Zener cards up while you're fixing that if you want.
Sure. I'll see if the old ghost box works on this.
Okay. I just won't be able to really see everybody's responses.
Everything falls. I swear everything I have just wants to be on the floor. Why did my computer go completely blank? I have no screen, no nothing. You still hear me? Good grief.
All right. A cowboy. All right. The first card. You guys all remember the shapes? We've got square, circle, plus, wavy lines, and a star. And I'm focusing right now. I have Jason's na 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 na. So if you think you know what I'm holding, go ahead and put it in chat. I don't even know if I'm getting chat. If anybody said black square, you were correct. I got another one here. What do you guys think this could be? Margie says wavy. Tommy says plus. I don't know if there's more coming through. Debbie says circle. Zariana says wavy. Well, this is a green star. Okay, one more. I think I heard him. Margie says star. Debbie says circle. I can't see what's happening on YouTube.
I'm going to say circle, I think.
Zariana says circle. This is a square.
I was wrong.
I'm still working on it. All right. You guys are all going to get this one, okay? Think what I'm sending to you. I don't have a heart. Wolfie says plus. Gosh, I wish I could get into YouTube.
Wavy line.
You say wavy. Azuriana says circle. And she is correct.
I'm not doing so great.
Okay. Margie says wavy. Was that for this one or was that last one? We've got Candace says star. Azuriana says plus. Wolfie says wavy gravy. Tommy says wavy gravy. What do you think, Rob?
I'm going to go with square.
Wavy gravy.
Damn it.
If you can't get the box going, we can play your card game. That's fun.
Yeah, nothing I have is working. My ghost box is just working, and I didn't have the right cord. Now I have the right cord, and the tablet, like,
Yeah, let's play your card game. We'll get all the kinks worked out by next week. Hopefully.
or we won't.
Yeah, we'll keep working on it.
We'll just throw all this shit in the dumpster.
Okay, Bargy says last one. I'm going to do one more of these while you're getting those out.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just throw everything on the floor now, so it can't fall off my desk anymore. I'll just get it all out of the way. Just all over the floor. Honey Badger don't give a shit. Star.
Tommy says star. We got, let's see, a square from Wolfie. And this going once, going twice. It's a plus.
Do you have a ghost box running?
No, I do not.
Do you hear that?
I do.
Where the fuck is it coming from?
Did it say God and laugh? Did it go God?
Yeah. My tablet is off. It is not even on. I'm extremely confused at this very moment.
Huh. I wonder, is the app
It's not plugged in.
closed?
It's not plugged in.
Well, if you guys have something you want to say, can you say it through Rob's mystery box?
Is it loud on your end, or is it pretty light?
It's not like loud,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
real light
not
here.
super quiet.
My volume knobs are not working because there's nothing plugged into the freaking mixer. So I thought you had something going. I mean, nothing is plugged in here. It's all unplugged.
Yeah, my ones that have the apps are dead in my drawer, in my portals over there. Everything else is on mute.
I mean, here's all my cords. They're not plugged into anything. I have no idea where this noise is
So
coming.
if you turned the app back on, what would the app be? I mean, if you turned your iPad back on, would the app still be open or is it closed? Like, did you swipe it shut?
It just went black like it died. I got to plug it back into the power source to even get it to come up.
Huh.
I mean, it does nothing. I don't know.
It's been one of those days.
I don't hear it now. Weird. I'm
Seemed
very
like I had a bit to say.
wow. Well, on another note, the crunch in your peanut butter might be more than peanuts. The FDA allows one of these per 100 grams of peanut butter in your jar. A, fingernails. B, rodent hair. C, human fecal matter. Or D, sawdust.
Sawdust, but I thought they also allowed some sort of rat shit.
I have a friend that does testing on all kinds of foods and stuff. And she was like, if you knew what I find in peanuts and coffee, you would never have either one of them ever again.
Oh yeah, the coffee. I've heard real nasty stuff.
Well, the answer would be B, rodent hair.
Okay, well, I know that we're allowed to have a certain percentage of arsenic, a certain percentage of rat shit, and other things in our food.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the FDA. They don't care.
Jelly beans look shiny and delicious, but do you know what I thought I heard it again. Do you know what gives the candy its shine? The coating is made from a concoction that includes A, shoe polish, B, insect poop, C, bee urine, or D, floor wax. What
It's
makes
not the floor wax, and it's not probably the first wax polish.
it's a concoction that contains A, shoe polish, B, insect poop, C, bee urine, or D, floor wax?
Floor wax.
Marty says rat shit. D says Royal says D, floor wax. Floor wax is Ariana. Wolfie says floor wax. William says bee urine. Debbie says C, bee urine. Margie says I'm done eating peanut butter.
I just don't know how they get enough bee urine.
The
Do
answer,
bees urinate?
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, how do they collect bee urine? I don't know. But the answer is B, insect poop. Margie, I'm done eating peanut butter. Yeah.
Well, so much for my beloved Jelly Bellies at the dollar store.
Yep.
You know, I'm fine without having the waxy shine on fruit and, all that stuff. Well, I mean, bring it to me like it comes at the
Off the tree.
farmer markets. I don't care if my carrot has 3 knuckles,
Yeah. I hate when you get like apples or whatever, and yeah, they're like got that coating of funky wax on them. Like you wipe them with a hot, wet
dish
hot
towel
paper.
in it.
Yeah, it's like all this funk comes off of it. It's like I don't want to be eating that shit.
Seriously, and they talk about top ramen and all this and being so bad because the wax. Like, well, think about the apples, and you can't wipe that off. The water beads up on it.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be pretty.
Oh no, here we go. Be careful not to eat any honey from Himalayan honeybees because it will cause A, explosive diarrhea, B, hallucinations, C, I'm hearing it again.
Me too.
C, a swollen tongue.
I'm gonna say hallucinations.
Or D, your skin to glow in the dark.
Shoot. Does that go with hallucinations? I'm gonna say hallucination.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for some Himalayan honeybees.
Yeah, really. Got any of that Himalayan honeybee? Honey?
There was a big fight on Instagram over a honeybee collector. He cut the wax, cut the comb,
Yeah.
and they're like, "That's horrible! All the bees um spend all their time making that." And they're like, "They're beekeepers. They leave what the bees need, and that's left over. Besides, the honeybees aren't extinct." And they're like totally fighting about it, that beekeepers are horrible, horrible people, and that honey is the bees' throw up or something. Like, I don't know. It was just this whole
Good grief.
fight about flipping honey.
Yeah. People will fight about any damn thing. If you get B, hallucinations, you got it right. Which I think most everybody did. And yeah, I heard the damn ghost box too, and I got no explanation of where it's coming from. Maybe other than the spirit world. Sleep tight, and just it seems like it happens when I start talking too.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep tight. In just over 2 years, what percentage of a pillow's weight is made up of dead dust mites and their droppings? A, 4%, B, 15%, C, 22%, or D, 33%.
What's the one after 4?
15. I think they just said a number too. 4%, 15%, 22%, or 33% after
I'm going
two
to say 15.
after 2 years of sleeping on your pillow.
Oh, 2 years?
2 years. What is
Ooh.
percentage of a pillow's weight made up of dead dust mites and their droppings? Damn, makes me want to go get a new pillow, and mine's not just barely over a year old.
I'm going to stick with the 15, but I'm afraid it's going to be the 30.
Yep. Zariana says D. Debbie says C. Wolfie says D. Tiny Corn Dog says dust mites. Yikes. Royal says B. Margie says D. And the correct answer is D. 33% of your pillow's weight is made up of dead dust mites and their poop.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Sweet dreams. Makes me want to go get a new pillow. I want to go get one of them my pillows. When you swim in a pool, when you swim in a chlorinated pool, your eyes start to get red from this being in the water.
Piss.
A, urine. B, feces. C, sweat. Or D, all of the above. What makes your eyes burn when you're in a chlorinated pool? Urine, feces, sweat, or all of the above. Doesn't say anything about chlorine.
I thought it was when the pee mixed with the chlorine is why it hurt your eyes so bad. I don't know if it's all of the above, but I'm going to stick with urine.
Zariana says D. Debbie says D. Royal says D. And Wolfie says all of the above. That would be the correct answer. All of the above. Nice pool full of urine, poop, and sweat. Hey, anybody want to go for a swim? God, what do we do to ourselves? And I want to know, I can see who's somebody's going to pee in the pool. I want to know who's taking a shit in the pool.
See, and that,
They need to get out.
see, I'm thinking, like, is that just like fecal matter stuck to them when they get in the water? Or is it like babies that go in the water with their diapers?
Yeah, found a problem.
Like,
It's like,
why is there shit in the water?
yeah, well, that's why I want to know is why is there a baby Ruth floating in the pool?
Yeah.
Who dropped a deuce in the pool? They need some reprimanding.
Never again. Was that movie when they jumped off the jumping board? It was a cartoon. It was Stan Smith. Never mind. It was American Dad. And he jumped in, and then the Ruth came up, and Obama was there doing like a dive. And he's like, "You're the poop. You're the poop man," or something like that.
Here's something interesting. Every day, we breathe in about 1 liter of A, dust mites, B, spider webs, C, other people's farts, or D, mouse poop.
Dust mites, but goddamn, don't tell me it's farts.
1 liter. 1 liter of other people farts
No.
as what we breathe in every day. Oh man. See?
How?
There's
How?
advantages to being a loner.
Yeah, but apparently you're still breathing it. They don't say single people or loners. So if I'm like living up on a hill all by myself on a mountaintop, you're telling me I'm breathing in other people's flatulence?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so. Maybe breathing in your
So
own.
just city folk?
Yeah, but imagine when you go into Walmart or somewhere, how many
Oh, God.
farts you're actually breathing.
Yeah,
Very good.
you smell that when you walk in. The smell of all the people, all their cologne, and all their nasty crap they do when they're walking down the aisles. Cannot do it.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Careful, over 40,000 injuries happen each year when people do this. A, put on their pants. B, have surprise parties. C, take a nap. Or D, use the toilet.
Surprise parties. Heart attacks.
Well, there was Elvis. I've hurt myself putting my pants on lately.
Hey, I have issues too, especially when, the spandexy bottoms and I'm trying to pull one leg down and hopping on the other.
Yep. The answer is D, using the toilet. I've fallen down in the shower and I've hurt myself putting my pants on. I haven't hurt myself using the toilet that I can remember.
I've fallen in the shower. I've hurt myself putting pants, but no, I've never had a toilet injury.
I will say that, I told you yesterday that I blew my shoulder out playing golf disc. Everybody was warning me about that. And I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. Not so good as of yesterday. I tore the new ass yesterday, but it's amazing all the things that you take for granted when you can't use your right arm.
I bet.
Yeah. It's like, oh, can't lift this. Oh, can't do that. Oh, can't wipe your butt. Can't do this. Can't do that.
Because I was going to say, I used to think you were ambidextrous like I was, but then I asked you before, I thought you said that you were not.
Well, I am.
Oh, but you, okay.
But yeah, I'm just weird. I'm left-handed. I write left-handed. If I'm on a skateboard or a surfboard, my left foot is in the back, so I'm considered goofy foot, which is a left-hander. But I do majority of things right-handed.
Yeah, I'm left-handed, but my right foot goes back on the surfboard. I started out right-handed, but my kindergarten teacher was left-handed, so she taught me left-handed.
Yeah.
cut, do everything. I couldn't do wonders.
It was weird. I mean, I was in pretty much excruciating pain yesterday. Like my shoulder is all bruised. It's crazy looking and it was swollen up. And I was thinking, I really did it this time. And I took some leave.
You looked pretty good after.
That's right. I forgot I even talked to you yesterday.
Uh
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
huh.
Yeah, I made up a concoction of a different assortment of things and I took a huge dose of my ghost pipe stuff and then I took a huge dose of green herbs. Yeah, I
When
totally
we were
forgot I
talking.
talked to you. There's the little Elvira. And then I hooked a TENS unit up to my shoulder and just zapped the shit out of myself for a while. And it had ice and stuff on it during the day. I woke up this morning and I forgot my shoulder was even hurting. Weird.
Those things never worked for me. I ended up leaving mine with Jeff because it would help him once in a while. But I got mine for free and everything. Never did anything for me.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. What I don't know the exact thing that worked, but I mean it still hurts and I'm still bruised. But you know, yesterday there's no chance at all of me doing that. None. I couldn't put my hand in back of me, which I can now. It's weird. Yesterday, I mean, I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I started freaking out. So I'm like, what if this is going to take like weeks or months to heal?
Well, yeah.
So I don't know. This U.S. state still has a ban on sex toys.
Oh,
Can't get sex toys if you're in A, North Dakota, B, Alabama, C, North Carolina, or D, Idaho.
I used to know it and I forgot. I'm going to say Alabama because how stupid.
Going back to my Greenbow, Alabama. A ban on sex toys. Can't buy a dildo if you live in North Dakota, Alabama, North Carolina, or Idaho. Zeriana says Alabama. Alabama. I hear the ghost box again. Weird. Marty says D, Idaho. Tommy says he guessed that town is one exciting township. The correct answer is Alabama. No sex toys in Alabama. Don't want to live there. It's getting louder. If you're looking for a quick hookup, keep this in mind. It takes this long for our brains to decide that we like someone. A, 60 seconds. B, 4 minutes. C, 10 minutes. Or D, 60 minutes.
It can I can tell within like 15 seconds if they're talking, about 30 seconds. I'll say 60 then.
60 minutes
Oh, minutes?
or 60 seconds?
60 seconds.
Okay.
I heard a big old crash in the garage. I don't know what those cuts.
Says A, 60 seconds. Jamie said 60 seconds. Tommy says 60 seconds. Yeah, I can usually tell within like seconds.
Yeah, like especially if you can hear their voice and like see their mannerisms as they talk. Look them in the eye.
And if I shake somebody's hand, it's like
Mm.
I can tell like right away. Margie says B, 4 minutes.
The vibes don't lie.
Yeah, the answer is B, 4 minutes. I don't know if I agree with it.
I love totally useless facts. Like this is so up my alley. Learning random things. I was like, you're so smart. You know so much about so much stuff. I'm like, no, I just know a little bit about a lot of stuff. I know a lot of useless facts.
Yeah. What was the occupation listed on Al Capone's business card? Was it A, preacher, B, murderer, C, gun collector, or D, used furniture dealer?
Let's say used furniture, but murder would just be too funny.
Yeah, really. What do you do for a living? Murderer. I murder. The night of the random ghost box that is coming from who the hell knows where. When I first heard it, I thought, oh, maybe Jamie got hers going.
Nope.
Zeriana says she disagrees. I did too. It didn't take me 4 minutes. I'm a lot quicker than that.
Oh, what was the answer to it?
The answer is, let's see.
I mean, about the minutes one.
Oh, it was 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Al Capone's business card said D. He was a used furniture dealer.
Always got to have that cover.
If you ever find yourself pendiculating, you're probably A, rocking your chair back without realizing it, B, whistling while walking, C, yawning and stretching at the same time, or D, eavesdropping. If you ever find yourself pendiculating.
Eavesdropping. So I wasn't gonna say yawning and stretching was my first thought.
You know what they say.
Yeah.
Tommy says A, rocking your chair back without realizing it. The correct answer would be C, yawning and stretching at the same time. I'm pendiculating.
So every morning we all pendiculate.
We pendiculate, I guess.
Down to the last minute. I still hear them.
I know. Yeah. A violent shot to the nuts can kill a man. It happened to Dick. His name happened to be Dick, and he got shot in the nuts. A violent shot to the nuts can kill a man. It happened to Dick Wortham back in 1983 after this object struck him square in the groin. A punch. B, a baseball. C, a golf ball. Or D, a tennis ball. What killed Dick by getting a square shot to the nuts in 1983? Was it a punch, a baseball, a golf ball, or a tennis ball?
A baseball.
What a way to die.
First when you said punch, I thought like a little punch. Cause like, yeah, if you got hit and then like you bled out, I could see someone. But they mean like punching in the dick.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say, well, golf or base. I'll say base. Well,
Tommy says D. Tennis balls. Zariana says golf balls. It hit him square in D's nuts. The correct answer, Wolfie says D, and that would be the correct answer, is tennis ball to the nuts.
oh wow.
Killed Dick Wortham. Somebody, oh man, can you imagine playing tennis and they serve and the ball just hits this guy in the nuts and he just keels over and dies?
That's horrible.
It's horrible, but it's kind of funny. I'm sick, I guess. I don't know. Oh my God. One more and we're out of here. Laughter is the best medicine, but laughing too hard could kill you. Which of these fatal results can be brought on by chuckling too hard? A, gastric seizures. B, choking. C, asthma attack. Or D, all of the above.
All of the above.
D says Wolfie too. D says Wolfie. Am I high?
Maybe.
I don't know what I'm doing. Wolfie says D. Tommy says B. Ariana says all. Jamie said all. All of the above is the correct answer. You could laugh so hard that you could die of gelastic seizures. I thought it said gastric seizures. It says gelastic seizures, choking, or an asthma attack. I've laughed so hard that I've choked before.
Yeah.
Couldn't breathe. Maybe that's a gelastic seizure, is not being able to breathe. I don't know. Don't want to die from laughing, but if you're going to die laughing, it's a pretty funny way to go. So I don't know.
When I went crazy during COVID and I couldn't stop laughing, I was crying. I thought, well, if I'm going to snap, I'd rather laugh till I cry like this than be up on an overpass somewhere.
Yeah, really. Picking off people. Oh, man. Okay, well, it's 2:03 a.m. in the morning for me. Because I'm
And
here East Coast.
Don't believe we are going to have a show Sunday.
Yep.
Because the guest canceled.
And I have a gig playing music this Sunday. So I don't know when I'll be done. But yeah. There you go. There you have it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And we will catch y'all next time for Weird Wednesday. Because we probably won't see you Sunday. Okie dokie then. But who knows? Jason might do a show anyways. But we might not be there. So alrighty. Catch you later. Good night, y'all. Thanks for being here. Love you. Have a great rest of the week. See you next time.